Well, PFL playoffs right around the corner, opening it up August 2nd. Tim Johnson. Tim, how we feeling, man? A few weeks out.
Yeah, feeling good. Ready to get in there.
And then I don't think you've ever fought in Nashville before, right?
I have.
A long time ago? When was
And I
this?
thought I fought Jared Roseholt in UFC Fight Night in Nashville in 2006, 2015 or
So, I
16,
mean,
2016. Yeah.
almost 10 years since you fought there. I
Yeah.
mean, how
Yeah.
was it the front, like crowd reaction wise? How was the atmosphere? Are you excited to be
It was
back?
it was great. I mean, it was a pretty boring fight. I mean, it was me and Jared Roseholt, and it was before I knew how to throw a punch. So, yeah, it was a low fight IQ for me. Should have probably got a win on that one, but definitely didn't.
Well, I know Nashville likes to get rowdy. So, based on your last performance, something happens like that again, it's going to blow up in there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, like, what are your thoughts on the season format? I know you haven't necessarily had to fight, a full season of back to back to back fights yet, but how do you like this compared to the one offs?
I love it. I think it's great. Honestly, they could, maybe start the season a little early and have three fights for a season. That's a lot of fights in a year, but it is. That's what, that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. I mean, that's why you guys are here. That's why you guys get paid. But I mean, you've
Yep.
also been with Bellator, no stranger to them. Now the merger with PFL. So, like, from the inside perspective, the fighter's perspective, how have you liked the merger? Has everything been smooth?
Yeah, it's been smooth. It's basically just hopped off the truck and started it's off and running with them. I'm talking to the same exact people that I was talking to with Bellator. Like it's like nothing too much has changed.
No, and I was always more of a PFL guy. Like I've always watched Bellator, but when I got into media, it was PFL. So it's cool to have Bellator be a part of this now and really get a whole new group of fighters to talk to and promote. And my favorite question to ask PFL fighters specifically, because the stakes are so high, is
Yeah.
now that you're actually heading into your first playoffs, what's more motivating? What's more enticing and appealing, whatever it be? $1 million or the belt, man?
Both, I guess. I'm not even looking that far forward. I'm still, 4 weeks ago, I literally hopped out of the truck, fought, got a win, and I'm still in that mode. Like I'm not supposed to be here. I'm playing with house money. I'm, just let's go out and see what happens. But yeah, a belt on a major promotion. I come up a little short with Bellator that one time, and that'd be nice to have. Be a nice little cherry on top on the career.
It's funny because when I ask some people that, they're like, "Oh, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million." But I like that you value the belt too. Like being a champion's important to you.
Yeah, I know it's obviously everyone got into fighting for money on some level, you know, um, and it takes a long time to build up your career to make money good enough to be keep doing it. And so it's kind of nice, but I've been doing this a long time, and it's kind of a nose in there, chip on my shoulder that most fans consider me just kind of a middle of the road, middle of the pack, just your general fighter, I guess. What's that? I already used the word a couple times. I can't now it escapes me. A journeyman. There we go. Yeah.
Journeyman, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of considered a journeyman fighter, and I've been doing this a long time. I've fought a lot of really good guys, and I don't consider myself that. So that'd be a nice way to almost throw a little middle finger to people.
Oh, totally, man. I like that perspective too. That's unique and that's good motivation right there too. And this time, I feel like you probably had more so of a full camp, a little bit more notice
Yeah,
on this one.
a little more
So,
notice, but I was a little banged up after that last fight, so I had to take, since that fight ended, I had to do a lot of road work. I had to do a lot of running, kind of let the upper body heal up a little bit. And now we're kind of full swinging it here. I'm in better shape than I did for I was the last fight. I know that. I just got done doing, the half hour of heavy sparring. Felt pretty dang good, and yeah. So, at least for me and my sake, I know that I'm in better shape. Probably not the best shape I've ever been in for my fights. I'm not gonna. I'm honest with myself. But better than I was last time.
and I mean, just having, more of a camp, more of an idea who you're going to fight, when you're going to fight this time around, saying that you're finally healthy over some of the stuff from last time out. Like, who have you been working with for the most part? Like, give me some names, who you're training with, who are you sparring today, yada, yada.
Uh, well, let me see. We got kind of a good room full of guys. We got, a couple of UFC fighters, Sergey, and we got Carl in there, and they got a couple of young kids, no, I call them kids, but they're probably in their late 20s, but they're heavyweights.
Sure.
They're kind of strong, stout guys that frustrate an old man like me because they're so full of piss and vinegar. But got a good group of guys out here at Extreme that definitely push the pace.
I
And
mean, yeah,
most of them are that hybrid too. Like they're like 240, 250 pounds and more lean. So more of an athletic build.
I feel like your guys' gym has a lot of like that, like you said, 205 to 230, 40-pound bodies. Like you get the
Yeah.
power, but I feel like you get a lot of that athleticism too. And
Yeah.
obviously known for the hard sparring and the really good rounds in there. So like, is that kind of the main focus of your training? Do you do a lot of sparring?
Um, Hit and miss. Like I know how to fight. I don't spar like I used to. We don't need to. Sometimes I'll crank it up a little bit just to see where I'm at. But a lot of my sparring is more condition based. Shooting for takedowns, position, timing, distance, and stuff like that. That's kind of what I more use my sparring for. Um, Unlike 10 years ago where you both step in front of each other and try to knock each other's heads off. And I don't need to train like that anymore.
Especially with the season format, the back-to-back
Yeah.
fights. Like, I'm
Yeah,
good. Don't need that.
save your brain for the fights.
Yeah, for real, man. And I mean, who's coming with you to be in the corner this time?
Just my head coach, my longtime head coach out of Fargo, Dylan Spicer from the Academy of Combat Arts there.
Love it, man. Denis Goltsov, no stranger. Very rare, I feel like, opponent's actually taller than you. How are you dealing with preparing for a 6'6" fighter?
I fought a lot of tall guys. I fought Linton Vassell, I fought Alexander Volkov, I fought God, who else was someone else I towered. I think, Marcin Tibera, he was about an inch taller than me.
All big
Um,
boys.
yeah, yeah. I fought quite a few tall guys. And it doesn't bother me too much. Our reach is pretty much the same. He's got long legs. So he's got a pretty good reach with his legs. That's probably gonna be the biggest problem, I think.
And Denis almost got it done last year. He was a fight away. I mean, I'm sure you've seen some stuff from him before. So, like, what are your overall thoughts on Denis?
As I've said it time and time again, and I'll say it again because it's 100% true. Dennis to me is he if you do a rating scale like a A B C D, he is a B plus A minus on everything, but he's not an A plus on anything. Like he's not out of this world great at one thing. He's just really good at everything. His clinches is great. His cage is good against cage. His striking, his punches, his kicks are great. He's a great grappler. He can do great ground and pound. Yeah, there's not very many holes in his game. He's an all around great fighter.
And without giving away your game plan, is there an area that you see you actually have that A plus attribute and maybe something that could lead to this fight going a specific way?
Nope.
Nope, just zoop. That's it. You'll find out.
Nope. It's I'm a pretty easy fighter. There's nothing surprising or controversial about me whatsoever. The biggest thing I got to do is try to get him to fight down to me the way I want to fight. He's a technical fighter. I'm not. I got to get him not to fight technical.
So is that something maybe, I mean, you said you're in the best shape, certainly in a long time here. Is that something you're anticipating, maybe having to wear him down a little bit to make it a sloppy fight, or do you see avenues to get this done real early?
No, I think we just got to get out there and start throwing leather.
Getting me excited. That's a good answer in my opinion. That's the fans like to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I can tell you're very focused on Denis, and it's just my kind of job to ask these kind of questions. If you're able to at all look past this one, or at least look towards the horizon, so to speak,
Yeah.
is there someone you prefer to fight in that championship?
I'd like to have a rematch with Linton. I think that's our first fight. I had that one about in the bag, and then my fight IQ. I don't know. I've never been known for my high fight IQ. Kind of got the best of me and lost that one. And then I don't know much about Popov at all. I haven't watched any of his fights yet. He obviously is from Team Fedor, so I'm guessing he fights just like Team Fedor guys fight, Sambo style, Yeah, I would assume so. But I think Linton's got a pretty good he's got a pretty good track record against them. He knows how to fight them, and he's got the attributes to defeat guys like that.
Your eye's going to be on that fight, I assume, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably be in the back. I probably won't even be watching it.
They're before you, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So you'll be too focused on warming up and stuff. I
yeah,
guess that's how that
yeah.
goes. And I mean, have you put any thought into next year at all? Like, is there another PFL season in you? You're going to do another season?
I'd love to actually be in a true season where I have a full year to prep for it, start of it, and be in the best shape that I could possibly be in. That'd be great. Ultimately, it's not up to me. I got asked that earlier too. I'm like, do you want to do next? I'm like, yes, I want to do next season, but it's not up to me. Hopefully, you know, making the playoffs, and if I don't go just totally lay a turd out this fight, hopefully, they give me an honest shot to prove myself give it one good solid go once again.
And last question for me. It's actually not fight related, and I never get political really. I'm not even really trying to get political, but something happened last week that's kind of unavoidable to talk about. A big historical event. Donald Trump got shot at.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on all that going down, and really just the, I don't know, political climate of the country right now?
Yeah. Being in the military, I have to be careful about how I word stuff politically. I will say there was some interesting things that happened that probably shouldn't have happened. I'm not going to go as far to say, well, maybe I will go as far to say, I think some social or some Secret Service things kind of got political and DEI type stuff. And it kind of showed a little bit in the videos. I don't know what decisions were made that vantage point that should have been.
It's
I don't
weird,
know
man.
why a building 150 yards away isn't covered. And you got your counter sniper team literally watched it. You got people from the crowd yelling it. And now then apparently there's things coming out that they got told to hold and they got told not to shoot. They got told there was all kind of there's weird stuff happening. And I'll say without saying it's a little weird, a little odd. Yeah. Something else there. I don't know, maybe a JFK situation.
Hey, man, that's why I stay out of politics. It's too much fishiness,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
good. I'll let
Yeah.
those boys play the game. But yeah, I just wanted your opinion on that because I agree. Very weird circumstances, and I thought you would have a good opinion on that. But Tim, 15 minutes, almost out of here. So before we get out of
Yep.
here, anything you'd like to say to everybody anticipating this playoff fight?
Yeah, just tune in and hopefully it's not as nuts as the last one. And yeah, hopefully we can get hopefully me and Dennis can put on a good show, entertaining show.
Pun intended there. Nuts.
A little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, August 2nd, PFL playoffs kickoff. Tim Johnson welcomes it into the smart cage. Tim, thank you so much, my man. Kick some ass. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.